recording started. Why the message not come? Yeah, okay. Okay, so my voice is clear. Say yes or no, though then I'll start. Okay, so what I did in the okay. So if you remember in the last class, basically I am discussing some one Panda project according to my PPTs. So in this one, I taken a data from Toyota data. I'll take it, check the shape, size, do some manipulations, columns, head. Okay. Okay. I'll take the values of column, fuel type, ILOC according to that. Okay. Some numeric task we are doing. We are some in the last class, I think we changing the kilometers. There is some, uncommon values are there. So we just fix that problem also, I think. Okay, we find out the unique values. We replace some doors to this one. Okay. Yeah, some manipulation part, I think we had done yesterday. Yes, 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 yes. All these things are automatically done. Okay, we replace the gates, shapes. Okay. So some basically, I need to restart and run all because this one, because if I execute all these things, so I need to restart everything once again. So that's why. Okay. So today we will. Okay, my everything is run perfectly done. Good, good. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so in the last class, if you remember, whenever we are doing, because we changes everything, we do some manipulation because door is available in object value and we need to convert into a numeric value. So we did all these stuffs. Now, whenever I'm talking about the price, because this is my Toyota cable, so I inserted one column into my data sets. Okay, this is 10th column because these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 10th column. So I want to insert a column on the 11th position. But according to the index value, I need to take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and up to 10th. So 10th position, I inserted this price data column and the space like there is no data is available in that one, blank you can say. And I want to find out the shape because before inserting the column the shape is 11, after inserting the column the shape is 11. So now basically I want to segregate the price, and whenever I'm talking about the segregate of the price, because there are prices available $13,500, $13,900, okay, 12,950. So if you want to predict or if you want to buy a car, whatever you want to do, first of all, now you should know the categories of your car. Okay, I have a budget this, I have a budget this, I have a budget this. So right now I'm categorize my car price according to the low, high and medium. Okay, I'm categorize my values. So that's become, whenever you categorize your values, it's become as a categorical type of a data because you have a category low, high and highest. So how can I do? So first of all, I need to go every column and find out, okay, this salary is this. So I need to put in a low. If salary is this, I need to put in that particular area. So, but if you want to find out the unique, this is not like gonna solve my purpose. So I need to know if I want to find out the minimum value. Okay, so if I go car, if I want to find out the minimum value of my price. Okay, so if I want to find out, suppose this is my car data. So in car data, I have what? Price. Price is if I want to like minimum. So yeah, these are the minimum value. Minimum value is this. Okay. No, no, minimum value is why the minimum is not work. Minimum. Okay, minimum value is this. Okay, if I want to find out what is the maximum value, so maximum value is this. So how I find out, okay, the minimum and the maximum. So according to that, I can make a range of my data sets. Okay, so it's up to you how you can make an a range. But if you want to find out, I like in my table, I'll just check the entire data. This is my minimum, this is I make an a maximum, and the greater than. So I make basically three categories. Okay, so this, like, you can find out what are the minimum values, what are the maximum values, then you apply on it. So there are a lot of things, but I applied. Okay, because whenever I you want to go to buy a car, so you apply, okay, 10,000. This is a low category. It like, this is simple. Whenever you go for a buy a phone, so how you define a category? You not go for every price of the phone. No, you can think, okay, 10,000 EGP is my budget. If I able to this is your budget basically. So before 10,000, you think, oh, it's a low price. Okay, this is a low price, this is a high price. So you can segregate according to your requirement or according to your market research. So in my market research, I found, okay, up to this is my low price, and up to this this is my high price, and after this is my greater price. So I am low, this is my low price, this is my medium price, and this is my high price. So I want to make the program to segregate my data sets. So that time, what thing is come? For loop come into the picture, because I need to go every single row of my table, and whenever your repetition the task, that time the for loop is work. I, okay, in range. Now I think you understand what is the benefit of range. Okay, now I am starting from zero. Zero means the first column of my table, first column, range. I need to go up to where? Length of up to here. Length of my car underscore price column. Okay. Then I need to put one by one by one, one by one, one by one. Okay. That is called one by one. So you understand now, this is range function is available. I think you don't, I forget or not. Like suppose I'll show you now, like if you using a range function. Okay, range function, you are getting a 0, 10, 0, 10, 1. So it will go from 0 to it will also print a range function, like it will start from 0 and go up to the range function. I think I need to write in a it's a type object. Like, you know, we use this range function. Basically, I forget the syntax. You know, sometimes things are happened. It's a list basically. So I am need to use. I forget. How can I? Can somebody told me like how I need to use this range function? Because sometimes I forget. Okay, range function in Python. Okay. This one. Okay, I need to use range 6. Okay, but I did the same thing. Okay, I need to. Is sometimes no forget, because there are a lot of functions. And you for yeah, whenever you create it will, no, but I want to print the values now. How can I range function? Okay, so I'll use this. So from I will start from 0 and I will start from 1, and this is the my length. So this is 100. Okay, so like this 1, 2, 3, 4. So this range function will help you. It will start from 0. It will go length of your column, and 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that. Okay, that is arrange function. I think if you want to arrange function, yeah, but there are a lot of function. Basically, no, I don't right now forget. No problem. It's not a big deal basically right now. But I'll already show you how this thing is working. Basically, your start from 0, go to this length to the price, and it will go one by one, one by one, one by one. Okay, if you want to execute this part. So why this part is not executing? Can anybody tell me? Because I need to put a colon over there. Okay, now I need to find the length for end of the line is correct. Where I did a mistake. I start from this and from this, start from this and from this, but there is no error at all. Okay. Basically, I'm not printing. I'm not printing anything. That's why it's showing the error. So now I have to use if. Now I need to use if my car data. I have to use the same column. Now what I yeah if my car if my car data okay basically price. This is my account. If your car data price, okay, then I take where I means the first value, like in the range value, is greater than equal to which one? 8450. Okay, because in my PPT, I think I make this criteria. Okay, I'll make this criteria. If this is so, if this, then I will use our data. Okay, I use the same thing. Car data. Okay, car data equal to low. That means now my values is low. Okay, so now you put your data as a low. Same thing you apply with all type of a data. Okay, so now after that I am putting else if. Okay, the same thing I am applying over here. Okay, so now I am applying greater than equal to because I already create the category 1950. So see, remember this is basically a data analytics, whatever right now I'm doing or we are doing over here. So this is basically a data analytics part we are doing basically. So car underscore. Okay, this is my first value. Okay, if car underscore this, but this is a part of my this part. If car underscore data is less than this, then you have to put in the price section. Now I need to put car underscore. Why I put use these two things? Okay, because I put a condition over here. Now I need to use is high price. Okay, now I need to put my last part else. Okay, in else part I am putting this part is a medium part. Okay, so like I started from in my price section. In my price section, I'll go each of values. Then I put a condition. If this value is less than this, then the price is low. If the value is this, then the price is high. If the value is this, then the price is this. Okay. Now, if you want to execute this one, it will execute properly, I think. Okay. So how can I find out? Because it's still not inserted into my price. Oh shit, I did a mistake over here. Basically, I am applying in the same column, but I not applied because I want to insert this value into my this price underscore data column. That's why I did a small mistake over here. I'm applying in the same data. Okay, because if I need to check my car data, what happened over here? If you see my car data, so I think it's segregated. It's segregated over here. So that's I did a small mistake here. Okay, so because what I did, I just take my car underscore price data and I assign this value to my same data, but I already inserted a new column into that one. Okay, but I want to insert over here. So I will do one thing. I will take this data. I'll do some small uh, part over here because I need to run once again my data once again. This is car underscore data one. Okay, after that, what I did, I car underscore data one, car underscore data one, car underscore data one. Okay, car underscore data one, where I assign this value to a new data sets. Na? Like, yeah, here I did this part. So what I did, I execute this part once again. Okay. So now if I, okay, this is, I'll do it once again. Now I am, okay, after that I am updating this one, I'm updating this one, this one. Okay, this is, yeah, okay. That's very easy sometimes, na? So because if you did some mistake over here, so now see, my data is this. Currently now my data is this. I inserted the new data, and whenever I use this one, yeah, output is say. So now I'll take this price data and I assign this value to my new column. Okay, if you assign the same column, that's my it replacing your current data, but I do not want because I inserted a new column into that one. So now I want to assign, I will take from 0 to length of my price data, price column, one by one I go. I check all the values in my price column, and where the values is less than of this one, that this value in price column, this I is I. So if the value is 1, it will check the value is 1. Okay, price 1 is less than this price 1 data, go to this one and assign low value over there. So now if you execute this one, okay, and you want to execute your data one. Okay, it's take a little bit time because yeah, because this part not executed completely. That's why, and I executed this part and this part. So this basically depend on your speed of your uh, so I'll do one thing. I'll kill this part. Yeah, I'll kill this part and maybe this will execute properly. Okay, C is converting the document. Okay, things are okay. Now my task is completely run. So now I want to check my data. Okay, so yeah, so this is my price because I take the values another one, and this is my Y. So this is high, this is high. Okay, low, low, low. If you want to find out the value, so you can do all these things also. Okay, I'll show you one thing. How can I do it? Okay, so car underscore data basically. Then I'm using my column price data. If I want to count, okay. So this is a hit and trial methods according to your requirement. You can apply on it. So see, there are one. Okay. So now I want to find out the unique values. So first of all, you apply the unique values. Okay. For unique values, I need to import, I think, my Panda library, and I think np dot unique. You remember the last time we used this one. Okay, np dot unique. Now this one, it will work. It's showing the array. Okay, if I remove this, there is low, medium, high, and array. Okay, if I store into this one, yeah. Okay, now I want to find out the count. NumPy object, no attribute is count. Okay, so you cannot basically inserted, so it will count the complete values. Okay, no, the function will not work. Okay, so no problem, we will figure out it. So now see, this high, low and medium is basically insert into your data. So now I'm categorize my data according to that one. Okay, with the help of this my if and else statement. So now you understand what is the benefit of if and else statement. Now the next part is this. Okay, so next part is this, whatever I'm trying to discuss right now. Okay, now if you see here, your age of the car is in months, 23 months, 24 months, 26 months, 20, 30 months. Okay, but I want to convert my age in the column into the years. Okay, basically I want to convert my age into a year. So what should I do? Basically, I need to make a function for that to convert my values uh, into a age. So why I am using, you can do other ways as well, but right now I'm making a function. So your function part also come into that one, and how you can use it, basically your function part in that one. So what I am doing, first of all, I want to insert a column because I want to convert my age into a what? Years. Okay, I want to convert my age into a year. Okay, so I need to convert one more column into my data set. This is called exploratory data analysis as well. You can find out, no problem. So I am C underscore convert. Okay, I'm making a function. I pass a values. Well, if you remember in the function part, we had a discussion. Now I want to convert my age into a year. So my age in a month. So I want to convert into a year. So what should I do? I need to divide by 12. It's a simple concept. So what I need to do? I am using the function. Okay, so I am using val underscore converted equal to val divide by 12. Simple concept. Now, because it's a numeric value, so I am returning my values. Return is what? This value I want to return. Your function is executed perfectly. So what I should to do now, I need to convert this column into a year. But before that, I need to make another column where I want to insert this converted value because I do not want to harm my actual data, or I want to not make any confusion over here. So I just created a new column over here. So how can I create it? Is a very simple column. If you remember the last time, car underscore data, which data I'm talking about? Yeah, it's a car underscore data. I want to insert a one more column. Which column I want to insert? Is converted. I want to insert is converted column equal to no is converted column. So what I need to do? I think I need to use insert. Yeah, insert. Okay, insert. You can use append as well, no problem in that one, but better to use insert because I want to insert as value in a specific location. Okay, so I am using is underscore convert. Okay, and I want to put 0 over there. So okay, so colon 0. So now executed. Yeah, okay. Now I need to check my data set. I am using the same data set. Okay. Now I see this age underscore converted and 0 values is inserted into my column. So now I want to convert this age into year and in this. You understand? First of all, what I did in the price, I categorize into high, low level. Okay, I convert into high or level. Now I am converting this thing with the help of age over here. So what I need to do? It's a simple concept over here. What like car? Okay, car underscore data. So now I am first of all I need to call this function because I'm going a very simple way so you can understand car. So this is my car underscore data. I am apply on my age column. So now you understand. I take this age as column and apply this function over here. So now my age become as a variable. So every age go here, converted by 12 and printed over there. Simple concept. Okay, so now I assign this value to my new column, whatever I created. Okay, my new column is what? Age underscore converted. Clear? So now I want to execute my column. Clear? Now, if I want to right now it's 0. Okay, I'll not print over here. So maybe you're not confused. So like here. Okay, so now see, now my values is convert into the age of your data set. So, but these values are like in a numeric. If you want to make, you can make as a round as well. It's not a problem for you. Okay, so this is the benefit to do this one, but I want round as well. So you can do it. It's not very tough a job. So right now I am using over here round function. I'm applying round because my data is like in this one. So I am applying round on the position with 1 after 1 point of this point after 1 point. So now if I execute it, my round function is applied over here. Now if you want to execute, see the values is come 1.9, 1.9, 2.0, 2.2. Okay, hope you understand how these things are working over here. These are very simple, but you have to understand the concept. Okay, so now my price is clear, my age data is converted. Now the another thing is come the kilometer. Okay, so how can I find out? Okay, this car is running in 2 year. This car in 2 year is executing 4,698 kilometer is executing. Now the question is arise. If I want to know my car, how many kilometer my car is executing a month. Clear? Now I want to convert this kilometer part as a month wise, because right now it will show in 23 months this car executed by this kilometer. So now I want to convert my kilometer into a month wise. So what I need to do? I have to divide this value by this age. So you automatically calculate the kilometer per month. Okay. So now I need to insert one more column into my table. Car underscore data. I am not insert. Okay. Now I am inserting on the 12th position. What? Kilometer per month. Okay. Now you can't say this is a process of data cleaning. Whatever right now I am doing, it's called data cleaning also. Okay, because I'm give you the cleaned and meaningful data. Right now I am doing all this stuff. Okay, so this is called like a data cleaning part also. So now if you want to execute this one, okay, I'll do one thing. I'm using dot head function. So because always time it will show the views data. Okay, so now one column is inserted into my table. So this is press a kilometer. Now I need to convert it my this kilometer part into the month. In 1 month, how many kilometer this part is working? Okay, so I'll make a same function. Okay, now I need to pass val to. Okay, converted into that one. Like if you want to make multiple, if you want to pass multiple arguments in the same function, so you can do it. Okay, so it's not a problem. Ratio. It's by random numbers. Okay, don't be think why I'm taking all these things. No, it's just like a variable I created. Okay, so don't be by this. Okay, so you can do it. I'm just using so you can like understand, like we can do the things like that also, but whenever you use, so you have to define val 1 and val 2. Okay, so now val 1 2 divide by val 1. Okay, because through age I'm converting this one and I'll do this one, but I make another functions already did this age part. So here also did the test. So first of all, I need to convert into the year wise, and after that I convert this value and to value 2 and value 1. Value 2 is what? The kilometer per month, and the divide by this one. So divide by the 12. All these things. Okay. So after that, I need to return, because you have to return the values into the data frame format. So you have to ratio. Okay. So now my function is ready. Okay. I'll make another function as well. C underscore convert. And I think yeah, this is a different. This is the different functions I used it. Now I am applying this function. Now I am applying this function on that particular thing. So what I need to do, can I use the same function? Okay. The same thing, I am converting to the age converted. I'm using another column. So I'm using a lot of copy paste. So to take less time. So I want to finish my job like. Otherwise, if you, I will write all the things, so it will take a lot of time. Okay, I do not want that. But because now you guys are comfortably understand what I am trying to do over here, so it's not create any problem over here right now. This is my age, and this is my car underscore. Okay, so where I am need to insert kilometer. Okay, this part I'll go there. Now this convert part is available, so I need to. Okay. Okay, so I did this part once again. If you want, it's not a problem. Okay, and if now I am executing this part. Okay, now if I executing this part, we will see the difference also. Okay, no problem in that one. So see, this is the same values applied. Now the previous value I did this task. Okay, now I did the same task. Okay, if you do not want that particular part, suppose like suppose here na, like okay, if I execute this part. Okay, why it's showing the error? Well, too. Why the error is come? Well, under C underscore convert. Okay, well too, because I think I used here. Yes, I used here well too. That's why it's showing me the error. And before that, I use this well function with this function. So what I need to do, I execute this part. Okay, I cannot insert. No problem. Because I already insert this edge already available into my data sets. Okay, so the same number head. Yeah, okay, this value is available because I did this one. Basically what I did, I just changed this function with the new one. Okay, that's why this value is applying. And if you want to apply the things over here, so you have to put separately to apply the round function on that one. So that's why I'll show you how your round functions will work over here. Okay, the point is that otherwise I need to drop my data once again and then I'll do this part. Okay. So because age underscore converted, so now my data is available according to the per month. This is the month. Per month I'll 2400 data is running. If you want, you can make a round, no problem. We'll make a round over there. Okay, so I'm using a round because I round over here to make your data more refined. Convert to text argument, but what the problem now? Okay. Okay, end of the file. I'll start from here, finish over here. Sometimes the small problems create a problem. Okay, but I cannot round two different functions. Okay, that's why. Okay. Problem, end of the function. Okay, then you need to go individual. C underscore convert, take the one positional. car underscore, but it's okay. C underscore take place. Why? Okay, because I execute this part, so that's why this function is removed from that one. Okay, so that's why. So this is your head function over here. Okay, so like this you can apply the lot of stuff of your data sets, and if you want to apply the round functions you can do it, no problem in that one. Right now my data is is little bit cleaned what actually I want to do with my PPTs. I applied the for loops. I applied the converted the age functions over here. Here the C convert has been defined. The functions take the arguments and return the values. Okay, so this is all about your functions part. A multiple input output functions has been defined. The function has take two outputs and outputs return the two values over here. Okay, so this is the part whatever I go according to this is the price your high. Okay, if you see over your price is high, the convert is this and kilometer per hour is this. Okay, so now I am need to go some data exploratory like up to here the things are clear. Say yes or no, because these are very easy, but you have to understand basically what actually you want to do. Okay, that's why. So some hit and trial is going on over here. So there are a lot of hit and trials are available, and whenever you error is come, go to the last line and read, because if I execute this part, okay, because I am executing this part, so this part automatically insert. So that's why I can't do that particular area. Okay, so now if you understand your data is slightly ready to, if you find out some like what are the average age, what are the kilometer per month, average month. Okay, these things you can perform with this one. Okay, but one by one we'll go to the next part. Now we are doing exploratory data analysis. In this one, some probability part will come into the picture. What actually probability is this? Okay, all these things are come over here. So there are two things of probability is there. Okay, I already import data. I'll make a deep copy. Okay, so now I want to find out. Okay, importing the frequency table. Frequency table basically tell you what are the frequency of the data. Okay, like itself whenever you use cross tab, because sometime before, so I want to know what is the low level, how many low level is value available, what are the small level values, how many high value, how many low, how many column. These type of a value I want to retrieve. So that times if you want to know such type of statements, that time you can use this cross tab. Is basically a cross tabulation of one, two or more factors. Okay, so according to that we can perform it, like how many high value is there, how many low value is there into my data set. So this is a part of pd dot cross tab. Okay, after that I am find out index, because I need to give the index equal to my data car data. Okay, I want to know like price data. How many data is price? Okay, I'll show you. I'll tell you one more thing. No problem. This is some hit and trial. Basically, I am doing now. I want to count columns. Columns equal to count. So see now there are multiple ways through which you can perform with your data. So sometimes you confused. Okay, and there is a function I'm using drop NA. Drop NA means like if you have a null value into your data sets. So if I apply like true. So if you have a null value in your data sets, so it remove from your data sets. Okay, so now if I want to execute this one, cross tab is CROSSTAB. It's okay. Why it's showing the error? Cross tab got unexpected columns. CO. Okay. CO columns. Okay, so whenever see, so there are 369 low values, you can segregate your data now. Like I have 370 cars which are low price. That means less than of this, less than of this price. I have 370 cars. Okay, I have right now. I have like 751 cars in a medium price. I have 360 car on a high price. So through which you can identify. So now if you want to find out, okay, tell me how many like how many car I have of fuel type, okay, like diesel, fuel. So these kind of a things you can perform over here. So I think there is no fuel type column. Okay, this is like this. Why I am doing so lot of mistakes? Because you can easily understand, okay, what the things and how I am rectify all these things. Okay, so now see, I have like 55 cars, I have 144 diesel cars, I have 1171 petrol cars, I have. So through this we can do some statistics analysis. So for this one, it helps you. It is called a frequency table. Not always I can perform this task through visualization also. Like whenever you have a graphs, I can make a graph so I can find out. But whenever you are performing some statistics things, that time don't people not prefer the graphs. Okay, we use this mathematical analysis over there. So that time I'm using this cross tabulation. Okay, cross tabulation I'm talking about. Or you can say, if you know the database is called join, self join, a join itself a table. So through which I can find out, okay, I have this CNG car, I have these date tables, and I have 117 car. If I use drop and a true, so that means my original data is 1436 before doing this word. But after drop and a true, so that's meant right now I have 1336 data after dropping the null values. But remember one thing, we cannot drop our values like that, because it sometimes it completely change the meaning of my data sets. Okay, for that ones you need to know some domain knowledge you should have. Okay, so there is another one cross tab, like if you want to check the frequency distribution between different columns. Okay, like if you have a fuel type, suppose I want to know, okay, just tell me the car fuel type, if diesel, automatic available in diesel, automatic is available in petrol, automatic car is available in CNG. Yes, that time you can perform it, the cross tab index. So it will give you the cross distribution, frequency distribution according to two different aspects. So I am checking the frequency distribution on the gearbox and on the fuel type. So I just take index car underscore data automatic columns car underscore data fuel type. So it will show you. And in automatic, I have only 2, 0 and 1 category. So CNG, I have 15 cars, 0 automatic. That means there is no automatic car available in CNG. Okay, because it's showing 0. In diesel, in my data set, I'm talking about of my data set. In diesel, I have 144 car with gear. I have in petrol 1000 4 cars in petrol, only CNG, only automatic 73. So according to my data is dominating. My data is dominating to a what? Gearbox. So that means I have less data in a automatic version. Okay, so I can make a better deal according to my data. So now if I, okay, because I have a huge data of petrol, so I can make some offers. Okay, you can, I give some offers now. Such type of things you can perform with the basis of this frequency distribution. Okay, so now there is one more, the cross tab. If you want to two-way join, it's a joint probability. If you want to find out the probability, okay, like you have a CNG 0.01 probability, you in automatic, diesel is this, and petrol you have a highest like likelihood. If you want to find out, these are some statistic terms. So just understand right now, don't go into the deep dive. I'm not doing that right now. Okay, because otherwise it's create is because it's become is a complete mathematic term. Okay, so I do not want to go in that part. Okay, so don't worry about it. So there are 82% cars I have in a petrol type. If you want to know your data in a percentage type or a likelihood joint probability, so I'll take the joint probability of automatic and the fuel type, and according to that I will find out the values. And there's another word, the marginal probability. Marginal probability will tell you like probability of cars having manual gearbox when the fuel type is CNG. Okay, the people ask you, okay, what are the probability whenever you have a car of a CNG, fuel type of a CNG, petrol or diesel? So I want to know the probability according to my data set. So that time you have to use this margin. True. Margin probability is the possibility of occurrence of a single event. I am talking, my single event is, I want to find out the fuel type car. I want to find out CNG type of a car. I want to find out diesel type of a car. Okay, so this time. So whenever I am doing this one, so CNG I have only 10%. Diesel I have 10%. Petrol I have 88%. So whenever I am checking the marginal probability, so I found that I have 94% car. Read what I'm trying to say. I have 90% of cars in gearbox. Either it's a CNG, either it's a diesel, either is a petrol. So that's might right now I have 90% of cars who have no automatic version. Understand? Only 53, only 0.053% person have a automatic car. You understand like that? If I have a suppose in my this area, suppose I am living in a Al Azhar University, I collect all the data people have. So I want to find out. Okay, 95% people have the car which is only gear type. Either is a CNG, either is a diesel, either is a petrol. But 95% have a people who has gearbox car. So now I can make my policies according to that, because here 95% people have a gearbox car. So I can make my policy. Okay, if you convert your car into the automatic, I'll give you this discount. If you want to take this or I can make a shops which can repair gearbox, something like that. So according to that, I will create my policies on the basis of my data. So with the help of this marginal probability, okay, and I have only 0.053% people have only automatic cars. So I'm not giving at all any discount to that one, because if you give a discount to the automatic, so your sale is not increase very rapidly, because only 5% people have automatic car and 95% people have gearbox car. So if you give a discount to the automatic people, so there is no benefit. You cannot earn something, isn't it? Find my you understand what I'm trying to say? So through which you can find out all this stuff with your data. So another one is the conditional probability. In conditional probability, we put a condition. Basically, this is the part of statistics. In conditional probability, I'm talking about one when a event already occurred. My event, one event already occurred. So what is the probability of event another? Okay, suppose conditional probability of a event A given that another event B has already occurred. So if you see here, this CNG already occurred, this diesel. Okay, so if you want to add all these things, so row sum become as a 1. Okay, I'm not going like given the type of gearbox probability of a fuel type. Okay, so whenever I'm talking about the gearbox, so in automatic of 1, this is the probability of CNG, this is the probability of diesel, this is the probability of a petrol. But whenever you add all these things, values become as a 1. So there is some meaning over there. So right now I'm not going too much in that deep. Okay. And this is also a conditional probability. If condition 1, this event is already occurred and this is another event, 0 and 1. This is one event, this is another event. So whenever you add both the values, it's also become as a 1. So that's there is a meaning basically. Whenever I'm talking, okay, conditional probability, there is a meaning behind that. Okay, so this is enough for you to understand a small statistic part. Otherwise, it's become as a complete mathematics over there. So now I want to find out, okay, the correlation. What is the meaning of correlation basically? Correlation will help you to find out the trends. What are the trends going into the market? Okay, and there are three type of correlations or trend is available: the positive trend, the negative trend, and the little or no correlation. So through correlation, but what What is correlation? Correlation is nothing, is a strength between two particular variables. You have a variable A, you have a variable B. So you want to find out the association between them. So that is called basically correlation. Correlation is basically the strength of the association between two variables. I have a variable A, I have a variable B. Suppose I have a variable A and I have a variable B. So I want to know if I have an automatic car. Okay, so what is the correlation with price? That means if you have automatic cars, maybe the price is in high range. Okay, so that means you can analyze if you want to buy a automatic car. So that means the price of that car is high. And if you want to find out the gearbox, that means the price of the car is low. So this is a one correlation between them. So now you want to find out the trends. If the automatic, if you want to buy automatic, the price is increasing or the price is decreasing. Suppose you want to know the according to the CC and the price. So in CC, if you have a less CC, the price is low. If you have a high CC, the price is high. So you find out the trend. If the CC is increasing, the price is going down. No, CC is increasing, the price is also increasing. So this is called a positive trend according to the CC. Okay. So through which we can find out with the correlation. And I'll show you how to find out is the correlation. It's very simple. And after that, I'll show you this one like car data. Now there is a function correlation. Okay, and correlation it tell you the values. So see over here, heat map also you can perform these things. So see, a price is one, so there is no correlation. If you go to diagonally, so there is no because price to a price there is no this. So see, if this is the price, this is the age, this is the kilometer, this is the horsepower. See, this is the age. Okay, and this is called a negative correlation. Okay, age and price. Age and price is a negative correlation. What it mean? If the age of the car is increasing, the price is automatically decreasing. Understand? So that means if the car price, if the age of the car is going high, okay, and try to understand what I'm trying to say. If the price of my car is going high, like 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5, obviously the price of the car is decreasing. Understand? So this minus will show you the negative trend. If the age of your car is increasing, the price of the car is decreasing. Now, if you come into the weight, okay, if you find weight and price, if you find out weight and price, if weight is increasing, the price is not, no, there is okay. Correlation is this. There is 58% is okay. But if you see, if your values is near to 1, remember one thing, there is two value from -1 to 1. If your value is near to 1, this is a positive correlation. If your value is near to -1, that is a negative correlation. Understand? That is a simple concept. And if you are in between like 0.5, if you are nearby that part, so there is no exactly a good correlation between this one and that one. Okay, so like this you can find out. So like if I want to find out the door, if I want to find door, if and age, so there is no point. What is the meaning if it's a two door? Two door is available. The age is not create a good impact over here. But if you have a door is 3, it will not affect the price as well. Okay, because it's come 80 now. It's a good trend, I think. Yeah, no, but it's not a good trend. This is a 0.18, so it's not very good trend at all. Okay, so like here is a good trend. Okay, so like door and price, it will not correlate to each other. Okay, so you can easily understand this door and price will, because whenever you go buy the car, obviously if you want to buy two gates, 3 gates, it not affect too much basically. Okay, so that things you have to understand. But whenever your CC, the horsepower, if you see the horsepower is increasing, the price is also, there is no good correlation between horsepower and the price at all. Okay, so yeah, I'll go to my PPTs because where you. So I think you understand what I'm trying to say over here. So numeric, okay, so see over here. So this is 1 1 1 1 1 because the age and the age, there is not correlation at all. So but see, this minus is a high correlation. If your age is increasing, the price is decreasing. Okay, that is a simple normal concept over here. The kilometer, if you see here, this is your kilometer is the horsepower. It will not giving the good correlation. There is no matte color not give a good correlation, or CC no weight, no correlation. Only whenever your kilometer is high, the price is go down. The simple concept. Okay, the age is high, the price automatically go down. Okay, whenever I'm automatic, there is a good correlation anywhere. No, no, no. But here, if the CC, nah, there is no good correlation over there. Wait, 5 8. Yeah, okay. Price, it will depend on this one. Okay, so like this, you can find out the correlations between 2 or 3 values. Okay, hope you understand what I'm trying to say. The correlation and other aspects, because these are basic things and you should know about it. Okay, and it will help you to find out the correlations between them. Okay, understand? I will share all these things with you, no problem. So right now, I just perform over here a small projects. I am doing some data cleanings. Now my task is completed. I find out the correlations between two particular tables. Now the visualization part into the come into the picture. Visualization parts, whatever we did with this thing, so we can find out with the data visualization. Whenever you use data visualizations, there is multiple files is available. Matplotlib you can use, Panda visualization, Seaborn, ggplotly and plotly. So there are multiple files are available. You can use Matplotlib and Seaborn. Basically I am using Matplotlib and Seaborn over here. So that is very easy. If you want to plate a scatter plot is just like a dot 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 kind of a things. Okay, so you can perform a scatter plot over here. So and so like okay, I am taking the values from the data sets. Now I'm plotting the scatter plot. I take the age and price and C color is a red. If I want to take, no, it will not go. Okay, so this is all about just a minute, I'll show you one, no problem, because so this is basically visualization, and visualization is also very simple. It's not like a big deal. Okay, so here you just visualize your data, nothing else. Okay, so if I want to use the scatter plot, so first of all, you need to import your matplotlib uh, library. After that, you can use like import matplotlib. Okay, I'm using matplotlib. Py plot as PLT. Okay, so my matplotlib okay, matplotlib. Okay, so my file is created. Now I want to create a scatter plot. So PLT, because like an MPy, PLT dot scatter. Okay, now I am taking the car which I want to because now I am trying to show you the difference of this one, a car. Okay, now I'm using this one price. I want to see the graph between car and the price. Okay. Okay, now I want to print as well. Okay, first of all, I'll show you this one. Okay, if it will working or not. Okay, so this one, but I'm not understanding what are the age and what are the price. So I can use C equal to red. These are some functions. Okay, so you can, yeah, these are the red color over here. Now this is the first values become your x-axis and the second value become your y-axis. So see, this is the this is the what, the price, and this is the age. So you can see this is a negative correlation. Understand? So this is a negative, and whatever I'm talking about here, because the data is minus, so that means it's so a negative correlation over here. The same trend I am seeing over here. that's the age of the car is increasing automatically. The price of the car is automatically low. So if the price is 1 year, so the price is very high. But when the car is 60-year old, so that means the price is in between. So there is a huge clot over here. Okay, so these are the things through which you can find out. And if you want to make your if you want to give a title as well, so you can give it. It's not very big tasks. Okay, just a minute, guys, just a minute. Okay, so title. So I need to use, if you want to give, like it's kind of a beautification of your data. Price versus age of the cars. Whenever you see, so these values is automatically come on the top over here. So like that, you can play with that one if you want to give the labels as well. So you can give, but first value represented the x-axis, second value represented the y-axis. So now I'm using plot dot x label. So I'm using A's once. So see label. Okay, label. Okay, so like see this able is come, the same values you can print over here. So it's up to you, like you want to make some beautifications. Okay, so like price I will print in dollars. Okay, dollars, or you can put in a EGP. Okay, I'll do EGP. Okay, so now the price is coming to the EGP, and there is one more. So by default come, otherwise I need to use this SHO so keyword as well to execute. Okay, so now this, and if you want to save, you can save this picture as well. Save picture as. Okay, so this created, so it will show you the negative trends. Okay, so now there is another one, the histogram as well. So for the histogram, you just cheat. Okay, I'll show you one thing. Maybe it will work or not. HIST, histogram, HIST for histogram. So no, it will not work. Why? Okay, data will not take. Okay. These are not histogram. Yeah, this is like this. This is histogram like this. So whenever your the age, if age is increasing, okay, the price is going on. Okay, so that is, but this is not a big good graph, not showing properly the correct information. So you can do it. Okay, so this is scatter. This is you can do it also like because right these so this is a very strong correlation, but in the negative trends. Okay, so histograms you can print your HIST. So if you want to see the histogram, these things we can done by the probability also. Okay, whenever we do exploratory data analysis, that we will do the same thing, but that things in terms of a number. Okay, so that's why it will if you have a good knowledge of statistics, that time you can use that part. Otherwise you can use this visualization part like bar plot. So like count values you can count, and according to that you can plot a bar plot. This one, it's very simple. You can just I take this value and just pass the argument over here. According to that I will do it. And there are some properties of your visualization part. So visualization is basically very easy. You just make your graph is more beautiful, and it's up to you. Okay, there is bar plot. So these are the plotting over here. And the second part, after that we will in the next class tomorrow I will discuss the complete project. Okay, and I apply one machine learning algorithms over there also. Okay, so that project I will discuss, but in the okay, right now I'm talking about the Seaborn. Seaborn is also a Python data visualization library, and it's also based on Matplotlib. So this is or make your graph is more beautiful. Okay, so like Nothing else. It just make your beautifications you can do, and a lot of details. The things come over here whenever I'm talking about the Seaborn. So a lot of details are come over here. Okay. Okay, so like you can perform it by yourself. I'm not doing that part because it's very easy. Okay, so like whenever you want to matplotlib, first of all you import matplotlib library, and in the Seaborn library you have to use this visualization, import Seaborn as a sys. Okay, now importing data into the, like the same part. Okay, now I'm using sns.set style dark grid. So this grid part is basically come over here, and NSS regression plot according to the car data age and price. So see, this is a negative correlation or negative trend over here. Okay, in the age and the price. Obviously, if the age of the car is increasing, automatically the price of the car is decreasing. Okay, so that this is a scatter plot. So that time you have to use fit regret a scatter plot. So this is very easy. If you want, I can show you also, no problem in that one. Okay, so first of all I need to import Seaborn as a SNS. It's up to you, whatever name you want you can use. Okay, it's Seaborn as this, so it will take some time. And after, yeah, it's import successfully. Now I am using the same thing. I think I'll try to use the same thing. Okay, so I'm using SNS dot reg regression plot. In here you can give more values to this one, and like this one. So your plot is, because now if you want, okay, if you want more details, you can go here and you can find out. Okay, so there are a lot of values are available. If you want to give some colors, robust logo, drop NLA true, color. If you want to give color also, so you can give the color also. But I need to check color. I am giving red, but I don't. Yeah, it's color in a red color is automatically come. Okay, if you want to green, GREEEN. Yeah, it will work in a. If you want to grid, so you can put, so like SNS dot set. Basically, I want to apply SNS dot set. Now I want to give as a style, like an CSS, whatever you're doing. The same I am using here, dark 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 grid GRIT. So whenever see dark grid is coming over here, and if you want to find out what are the functions, shift tab you need to press. Now there are the style is dark grid, deep font is okay. So according to that you can apply all these things. Okay. So in style, if I need to go in style, there is more function is available in style. Yeah, it's a dark grid is available. Okay, so according to that, you can apply. So this is like through which you can play a scatter plot and a scatter plot. And if you want to change like this, na, like you can like MARKE marker. Okay, MARKER marker. If you want to use comma, whatever number you want to give. Suppose I am using asterisk. So like see, these asterisk part is come. Okay, it's up to you. If you want to like one, yeah, see this one is come. So it's up to you. Whatever marker you want to use. If you want to use some dollar symbol. So according dollar symbol not accepted. Okay, no problem. So like asterisk. So according to that, you can use it. So there are a lot of functions basically. Whenever I'm gonna plot, so there are see. So there are a lot of functions. According to that, you can use. Okay, the fit regression I am using true. If you want false, so that times this line will not draw over here. Okay, so it's up to you. You can do it very simply. So the all information are available. Whatever, what are the parameters you need to pass over here. Okay, color marker 0. because I am using zeros, the round values come scatter Q lines. So there are a lot of things are available. You can apply a lot of parameters are available, but basically not we don't use normally because it's depend on the values, whatever you want to print over here. So there is one more functions I'll show you. Then we will. Okay, it's like implot. It's very important. Yeah, I'll show you that part also. So I'll do one thing. I'll copy it. So it will like if you want to know like you want this part is come separately, this part is come separately. So there is one part is also where you call HUG. So okay, hue parameter. So what is the benefit of hue parameter? So like I am using fuel type. Once I execute, then time you will understand. The hue parameter. So marker is this, color is okay. I need to remove this part. So whenever execute, what happened? Implot LMPLOT, but this implot gone unexpected keyword marker. Ah, okay, marker is not available. Why? Just a minute, just a minute. Yeah, but marker is there. Why this error is come? I think control. Maybe the previous. Why? But marker is showing over here. Whenever use implot. But acha markers. Okay, so this is markers. Okay, so now execute. Okay, so now implot missing one required positional argument data one. Where? Age. Ah, okay, why I do this one? I directly use my column names as well. Age. Price. Okay. Now data. You can do whatever the previous did I am doing. I am showing another way. Data equal to car data because my car data is available. So there are multiple ways. Okay, now I am using fit regression because I do not want to line. Okay, I'll not right now. I'm not using that one. That I use hue parameter. Okay, if I execute, it will show still error fuel type, not a index. Where is fuel type I use? Okay. Okay, so see this, but I do not want not this regression line. Otherwise, it's showing the regression line according to the diesel, petrol, and the CNG. So I do not want that line basically. So I am using this one fit underscore regression equal to. Okay, so now this line is not coming. So like this is the diesel, petrol, and CNG according to the fuel type. Okay, so see whenever you see the trend now, like age is increasing or in all the aspects. If you have petrol, diesel, and CNG, so if you see all the aspects, the trends is negative. If the age is increasing, the automatically whatever type of a car you have, the trend is decreasing. Okay, so that's the things we understand this part using this. What? Whenever we do some statistic part, that time we also find out the same thing over here. Okay. So this is the way through which you can find out the lot of things is you can do practice is very easy. Just and if you want to find out more information, just go this particular function shift tab. Okay, you find out the complete detail and you can use all these parameters. There are huge parameters are here. You can put all these parameters and find out the values. Okay, the complete description of this parameter is available over here. Okay, so like this, like if you want to histogram, so this histogram is available. Okay, according to the CADL, this line, if you do not want this line is fine. Okay, bins 5. So that means increasing the size of these boxes. Okay, that time you can use this. This is a bar plot. Okay, this is a grouped bar plot. Like that time you can apply the grouped Y. This for the cross tab. If you remember this cross tab, whatever we did over here, you can upload over this count plot. Okay, X fuel type, data group data and use values are available. Okay, so box and whisker that I will discuss tomorrow class. Okay, that it's also very simple. It will tell you the lower limit and the higher limit, and I do find out the average of between them. Suppose my data is start from 8,000 something. The maximum values, like most of the values are available over here, and these values come knows as a outliers of this one. Okay, so that part I will discuss tomorrow, no problem in that one, and we will discuss a small project as well where I will cover all these steps. Okay, once again. So hope you understand. I will share all the PPTs with you very soon, and try. Okay, so and